this is my presentation on the invasive species, the air potato. Now, when you think about an air potato, you probably think that it is a potato with wings. Now, it's not actually a potato with wings. It is more looking like this, which is what it actually is. It's a round bulb that has a bunch of bumps on it. Now, the air potato was actually originated from Africa and East Asia. This is from a study from Overholt, Hughes, Wallace, and Morgan in a paper called The Origin of the Air Potato. The air potato, however, is an invasive species in Florida, and this is backed by a paper from Kruger and Frank and a paper called Air Potatoes in Florida. Now, the air potato isn't actually a potato, it's a yam, and as well as being invasive, the air potato is also noxious, which means that it is poisonous. And with it being poisonous, which it means that it'll kill you if you eat it, so don't eat it. You might be wondering how it got its name, air potato. Now, there is the part of the air potato plant is that it is a vine that will climb trees and many other objects, and when it gets high enough, it'll actually produce bulbs that hang into the air, and it looks like there is a potato in the air, giving its name the air potato. Now, these vines, they actually are very bad and dangerous for the native trees here in America. The vines will actually wrap around the tree, and it'll suffocate the trunk of the tree, which carries nutrients up and down, in an area called the phloem. Now, this is backed by a study from Purdue University, and also backed by a paper called The Biological Invasion of Vines. Now, the bit that carries the nutrients up and down the tree is called the phloem. Now, in a paper called The Anatomy of a Tree, this phloem is actually very important because it allows the tree to carry oxygen up and down the tree, and it allows it to carry nutrients that'll help the tree grow. And with these vines, it'll actually contract around the trunk, and it'll pinch the phloem to where it is unable to carry things up and down. And contracting this phloem is not the only thing that the air potatoes do. They actually cover the wooded area's ground floor. Now, what this does, it makes it unable to have sunlight pass through to the lower layers of the ground, and it doesn't allow for those very low-level plant life to succeed and grow past these air potatoes, not allowing any photosynthesis to happen and energy to get through. But there's a way to combat this. There's a natural predator to the air potatoes called the air potato leaf beetle. Now, what these things do is they actually eat the leaves of the air potato. In a YouTube video posted by the IFAS Solutions for Your Life, they posted a video called Air Potato Biological Control. Now, this video pointed out that there was a 39% decrease in the volume of the plant, and there was also a 67% decrease in the production of the bulbs, which is the part that has the seed and that allows the plant to reproduce. So with these two decreases in percentage with these air potato beetles, it is actually a tremendous decrease in the amount of the plant. But since these plants were from East Asia and Africa, the government couldn't just allow them to be introduced because they'd be considered an invasive species. So it took a lot of research and a lot of studying to allow these beetles to be introduced. And in 1770, when they were accidentally introduced in Alabama, in the 1800s, when they were brought over as a possible food source, but then the air potatoes being noxious, you wouldn't be able to eat them. And in 1905, when they were first found in Florida, and then finally in 2014, when they're actually able to be, the beetles were actually able to be introduced into the environment freely. It was just a great success for the decrease of the invasive species as a whole. Now, next time you think about an air potato, don't just think about a potato with wings. Now, on my works cited, we have Kruger and Frank with their paper, Air Potatoes in Florida. Then we have Overhaul, Hughes, Wallace, and Morgan in their paper, The Origin of the Air Potato. The Air Potato National Invasive Species Information Center. We have The Anatomy of a Tree, the paper Biological Invasiveness of Vines, the study from Purdue University, and the YouTube video from IFAS Solutions of Your Life. Thank you.